Hey guys, I'm Austin Vincent, and this is my mom, Cindy Vincent. Welcome to Electric Interactions, where we empower your interactions with yourself and others. This video is part 2 in a series we're calling Adulting 101. If you haven't seen part 1 of the series yet, then make sure you check it out. Today, we're going to discuss 3 areas of your life to consider as you look to the future of being on your own. The goal here is that by sharing my experiences and my mom's expertise on the topic of being independent, we can make you become independent faster and enable you to foresee what stumbling blocks might be in your way as you move towards independence. As we talk about each of these skills, without beating yourself up or being too hard on yourself, just consider where you are right now with each particular skill. For some of these skills, you may have them totally mastered already. For other skills, you might already be progressing, and maybe for some of them, it'll be your first time ever thinking about them. No matter where you're at in your journey towards becoming a mature adult, all that matters is that you get started and then consistently work on the skills required to feel and act like one.
So let's get started. The first skill is number 1, initiation, the act of getting started. For some students I've worked with, initiation is the single most challenging behavior they need to acquire to take control and move forward in their lives. Initiation, or the act of getting started on a task or project, plays a role in so many areas of life, such as getting up in the morning, getting stuff together, doing chores, and getting homework or work tasks accomplished. Initiation can also impact your social life, because if you don't regularly initiate or start interactions with others, you simply won't have as many relationships with other people. If you don't ever initiate new interactions with people that you don't know or people you already know, you'll negatively affect your ability to have friends, a romantic partner, or do social activities. Because of initiation issues, I've seen students who struggled to start assignments, go up and talk to someone they already knew, go to a club meeting and get paperwork done, just to mention a few areas. In short, you need to be able to initiate new tasks and new interactions if you want to have a fulfilling life, a life where you feel happy about each day and relatively in control of what happens to you, the way that mature adults feel.
Initiation has definitely been an issue in my life at times, although I've certainly made some great progress in this area. First, I think it's important to acknowledge that starting anything new, whether it be talking to someone for the first time or beginning a job assignment you've never done before, can really make you feel overwhelmed by anxiety. I know far too well the feeling of being overcome with a sense of dread, fear, and discomfort over the thought of jumping into something unknown. However, putting off starting the things that make us afraid is not the solution to our problems. Avoiding starting any task that you know you need to do is like having a dark cloud following you around everywhere you go. Not initiating only makes the task worse and harder to cope with. Not starting makes life harder for us. The key to avoiding lingering anxiety and dread is initiation. Starting that which we are afraid of, whether we feel ready or not. One solution that's worked for me to get better at initiation is to write down all the tasks and worries about what I need to do at the beginning of the day, and then to list how important each task is on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is least important and 10 is most important. I gauge importance for each task with the following question. 1. If I don't do this task, how severe will the consequences be? 2. If I leave this task until tomorrow, can I live with the consequences? So if I ask these questions about organizing my closet, for example, the consequences are low, and I can wait to do the task until tomorrow. So maybe I'll give that task a 3 out of 10. If I ask these questions about studying for a final exam that I've got tomorrow, then the consequences are high, and I can't wait until tomorrow to do this task. So I'll give this task a 9 or a 10. Thus, I know now that I need to do my studying before I organize my closet. Once I've assigned points to all my tasks, I try to reasonably estimate how long each task will take. For example, I estimate that studying will probably take about 4 hours total, and organizing my closet will take 2 hours. Assigning estimates to each task can help take a lot of the fear out of the things you have to do. I find that we often get afraid and can't start our tasks because we think in the back of our mind that something will take an unlimited amount of time to complete and will therefore be impossible, so we avoid it altogether.
So we call this process making a to-do list. Every adult that you look up to has some kind of to-do list, whether it's on a piece of paper or their phone or on the computer. When you actually write your tasks down and organize them, you'll begin to see that A, your task will only take a reasonable amount of time to complete, and B, you don't have to do everything in one day. Once you see that some tasks are more important than others, and some tasks can wait, you won't feel so stuck or frozen about the work you have to do. And best of all, you can do some work for the day and then give yourself a break afterwards doing something you love. Writing down your tasks and organizing them by importance and estimating how long each task will take, and then doing the most important task for that day will make you feel like a powerful and mature adult. Adults have a sense of control of their tasks, and they don't let their tasks control them.
A few important notes about creating effective to-do lists. If you have a big project to do that will take many days to complete, it's not helpful to write that project on your to-do list alone, such as, this project will take 40 hours with a 10 out of 10 priority. It's much more helpful to take that project and break it into its individual steps, using your best assumptions about what those steps may be, and then making a plan over many days, weeks, or months as needed to get those steps done. Big projects can be a huge source of anxiety if you look at them as a whole. What adults do is list all the steps of a big project and then focus on doing step 1, then step 2, etc. When you climb the stairs, do you try to leap from the bottom all the way to the top in a single bound? No, you look at the first step and climb it, then the next one, then the next one, until you reach the top. Using a to-do list on your big projects is the same way. List step 1, step 2, and more until you have a plan. Then you can get started.
Additionally, having someone experienced to talk to about the best approach to break a project down is also helpful. If you have anxiety about your project steps, you can talk to that person for feedback and see if they think you missed a step or got any of them wrong. In general, you can also talk to someone you trust about your to-do list and your plans for completing your tasks week by week. By going over your plan regularly, you'll continue to feel in control of your tasks and stay on track, instead of feeling like your long list is controlling you.
For example, when I was in college and was feeling really stressed or like I wanted to avoid all my tasks, I would go over to my to-do list with my mom, make a plan for what I was going to do that day, and then I would report to her the next day about where I succeeded, where I struggled, and how I could do better. It's totally fine to get help when you are learning how to initiate.
Absolutely.
Most capable and confident adults learn how to be that way from other capable and confident adults that they respected. For me, knowing I had someone to be accountable with was an important part of being successful and being able to consistently initiate my tasks. Think about where you are in the area of getting started and initiation. In the future, we'll be doing a more in-depth video on the topic of initiation, so be sure to look for that if you want additional help in this area.
So now that we've talked about to-do lists, let's discuss the next step in Adulting 101, which is number 2, having a schedule. Now, I cannot tell you how many students I go back and forth with about writing down appointments and to-do lists in their planners. I've had teachers whom I mentored who also did not keep a calendar or a to-do list. Needless to say, those teachers weren't very successful. Doesn't matter whether you're a student or a worker. As life gets more complex and you grow into adult, the only way that you can keep up with your to-dos is to put your tasks and appointments into a calendar. Whether you want to be successful in high school, secondary school, or the work world, and even in your personal life, you must have a calendar. You can keep track of meetings and your scheduled to-dos electronically on a calendar or on your computer or the notes section of your phone. It's so important to make the time and regularly schedule your days, weeks, and months. If you're in school, your semester should be scheduled. At work, phases of projects and important deadlines should be scheduled too. Now, the frequent excuse I hear is, "Oh, I don't need a schedule, I just remember stuff." That may be true when you're very young, but as you age and join clubs and make more friends and have various assignments to do and have lots of places to go, eventually your memory alone won't work to keep you in control. Adults don't rely on their memory alone to manage appointments and timelines. They use schedules.
I remember that all through high school, my mom would encourage me to keep a planner, basically a calendar on paper, and to write down my appointments and scheduled tasks in it. Her advice and admonishments to use the planner continued when I went to college, and for the longest time I didn't listen or really use it. I've been fortunate and cursed with a pretty darn good memory, which made me falsely think that I could remember all the things I need to do, because when I was younger, I could. Then, I'm not sure what happened, maybe I just had enough of all the stress and worries and tasks floating around in my head, and one day it clicked. I had gotten the syllabus for each of my classes that semester, and I decided to write down all of the assignment due dates, tests, and holidays into my planner. Suddenly, I felt like a huge load was lifted off my mind. I felt like I could see the path forward for the semester, like I was more in control, with less anxiety. It was something that changed my life and made me more calm than ever before. Now, I use a schedule for every appointment, and I could never go back to not having one.
I remember that day. You called me excitedly and told me how you discovered how wonderful a planner could be.
It was all my idea.
And I pretended that I never mentioned this idea to you. It seemed you needed to discover for yourself just how much easier it makes life to write important information down. Even though many high school and college students have the advantage of using tools like Canvas and Google Classroom and online course information, each student's entire semester still isn't compiled for them in one document, nor does a single document allow a student to look at all their assignments and commitments and appointments in one place. And that's what an individual planner is for.
All in one.
Yeah, I keep all my appointments on the calendar of my phone. And then no matter where I am, I know my schedule. And I have peace of mind that nothing is going to sneak up on me that I might have forgotten. Unlike my son, my working memory is not one of my strengths. So I need to refer to my planner at the beginning of each week, kind of see what's coming up. Then on a daily basis, usually within an hour or so of waking up every morning, I look over my schedule to see what I need to do to get ready for the day. I also find that I check my planner several times during the day, especially if I have several appointments and commitments.
Using a to-do list and a planner won't be as effective without the last skill we'll be talking about today, which is number 3, have your own internal reinforcement or become your own parent. No teenager or young adult wants their parents constantly telling them what to do. Thus, an important part of being a mature adult is doing what you need to do without having anyone having to remind you. Being an adult means doing what needs to be done, even if no one is around to tell you, "Great job!" or even if no one has contacted you to give you all the things you need to get started. Adults reach out and obtain what they need to get started on their own. To be an adult, you have to be the one who gets your homework or job tasks done on your own. That doesn't mean you can't ask for help, but it does mean that you have to learn to take steps without someone telling you, left foot next, right foot next, good. Most of the time, no one is going to congratulate you or give you something for doing your tasks of daily living. As an adult, there are no cheerleaders or parties for brushing your teeth, going to bed at a reasonable hour, or eating a healthy meal instead of junk food. However, that doesn't mean that, in a sense, there's no one telling you, "Way to go," or "Great job." You just have to learn to congratulate and motivate yourself to do the tasks you know you need to do. Most of the time, as an adult, you have to be your own cheerleader, your own coach, and your own parent. To be my own parent, I have a list of things I like to do or things that I'd rather do instead of work. This becomes my list of reinforcements to do what I have to do but maybe don't feel like doing. For example, my reinforcements include working out, reading, talking on the phone, even cleaning my house. Like work or schoolwork tasks, these reinforcement tasks are necessary, but they're more fun than, say, schoolwork or paperwork. It's a good idea to have your own list of reinforcements as part of your to-do list. Then, once you've done, say, an hour of homework, You reinforce that good behavior by folding your laundry or working out. This task isn't as fun as a pure leisure activity like watching a movie, but it's more fun than homework, gets you up and moving, and takes care of a chore. You should also further reinforce your good adult behavior with especially fun breaks like listening to music, going for a walk, or having a snack. Social secret: add variety to your reinforcers. Don't only reinforce your good behavior with one thing, like playing video games, for example. Having a variety of reinforcers will help you become a more interesting person who can enjoy many aspects of life and who others will appreciate more.
Yes, don't be a bad parent to yourself. Good parents don't just punish bad behavior, they reward and encourage good behavior. So you need to be a good parent to yourself too. Tell yourself, I have to do this task that I don't like first, then I can give myself some fun. The trick is to decide how long you're going to work on your task. Number 2, time yourself. And then number 3, give yourself the reinforcement you promised yourself. Good parents do not give things to their kids unless they earn them. Make yourself earn your fun. Again, don't be a bad parent to yourself.
So there you have it, 3 more ways to become more like the adults you look up to. If you put these strategies into action, one day you'll find that other people start looking up to you too. And that's a good feeling. As we noted before, we'll be doing several follow-up videos around the various topics mentioned in this video, including how to set up a schedule, how to use a planner, and additional strategies for initiation. Part of being a consistently effective and happy adult is to master the concepts of executive functioning. In the video description, we have a link to a quick questionnaire by psychologists Dawson and Guar that will help you determine the specific executive functioning skills you may need help with. Additionally, on our website, we have a list of executive functioning weaknesses to watch out for, and we have specific videos you can watch to improve those skills. In the future, we'll be offering some classes on our website on executive functioning, so stay tuned for that. If you'd like to think more deeply about this video, check out our reflection guide that accompanies this video at electricinteractions.com. We offer guided materials to go with all of our videos that can help you teach yourself and others the concepts and strategies presented here in more detail. To keep improving as a mature adult, check out our other videos in the Adulting 101 series, and check our website for other videos designed to improve your life in many ways. If you found this video to be helpful, please leave us a like below and comment to leave us ideas for other videos you would find to be helpful, as well as your thoughts and experiences about adulting. See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.